Hi everyone, in this video I am going to explain you about fungi part 4. Under this I will explain you about Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. Basidiomycetes, which is also called club fungi. Habitat: Basidiomycetes fungal species generally grows in soil, on logs and tree stumps and in living bodies as parasites. Mycelium. Mycelium is fungal body. It is branched and septate. In Basidiomycetes, septa are of special type and they are called Dolipore septa. One big pore is present between every septum. The boundary of pore is spread on both sides. This boundary is called parenthesum. Due to the spreading of boundary on both sides, the shape of septum becomes dome-shaped, due to which is called Dolipore septum. Basidiomycetes is also called club fungi, generally grow on soil, logs, tree stumps and in living plant bodies as parasites. Mycelium or fungal body is branched and septate. Each septum contains a big pore which is called dolipore. This septum is called Dolipore septum. Due to the spreading of the boundary on both the sides, the shape of septum becomes dome-shaped, due to which it is called Dolipore septum. Clamp connections. It is a tubular relationship between two neighboring cells of fungal hyphae. With the help of this connection, the nucleus of one cell can migrate to the neighboring cell, due to which the other cell becomes dikaryotic or binucleate. Clamp connections used to change monokaryotic mycelium into dikaryotic mycelium in Basidiomycetes. Clamp connections, the tubular relationships between two neighboring cells. With the help of these connections, nucleus of one cell migrate to another cell. Due to these clamp connections, monokaryotic cell of Basidiomycetes may change into dikaryotic cell because of migration of nucleus from one cell to another cell. Clamp connections are significant feature of Basidiomycetes. Asexual reproduction is absent in Basidiomycetes because no spores are found in Basidiomycetes, but vegetative reproduction occurred by fragmentation. Sexual reproduction is performed by two methods. One is somatogamy, another one is spermatization. Asexual reproduction is absent in Basidiomycetes because no spore formation occurred. Vegetative reproduction occurred by fragmentation. Sexual reproduction performed by two methods, somatogamy and spermatization. Somatogamy is the most common method of reproduction among the members of Basidiomycetes. Examples: Ustilago, Agaricus. First of all, the two vegetative or somatic cells of different strains or genotypes comes close to each other. Now their apical ends fuses with each other, which is called plasmogamy, as a result of which dikaryon is formed. Now, with the help of clamp connections, all the cells of mycelium becomes binucleate or dikaryotic. Now, a clamp-shaped structure is formed on every cell, which is known as basidium. Somatogamy is the most common method of reproduction in Basidiomycetes. Example: Ustilago and Agaricus. First of all, vegetative or somatic cells comes close together. Now their apical ends fuses to each other, which leads to cause plasmogamy. Plasmogamy results to form dikaryon phase. Now, with the help of clamp connections, all the cells of mycelium becomes binucleate or dikaryotic phase. Now they forms club-shaped structures in every cell, which is called basidium. After that, both nuclei come into this basidium and fuse with each other called karyogamy. And further, meiosis takes place as a result of which four haploid spores are formed and every basidium, which is known as basidiospores. The surrounding fungal hyphae grows to form fruiting bodies, which is called basidiocarp. Now, the basidiospores become free from basidiocarp and produces a new mycelium by generation. Note: it is believed that Basidium is similar to Ascus because both of them produces spores. Basidiospore is different from Ascospore because origin of Ascospore is endogenous but Basidiospore is exogenous. Spermatization. This type of reproduction is commonly seen in those fungi which causes rust disease. Example: rust fungi, Puccinia. 3 different species of Puccinia develop rust in wheat. Puccinia graminis causes black rust or stem rust in wheat. Puccinia recondita causes brown rust or leaf rust in wheat. Puccinia striformis, which causes yellow rust or stripe rust in wheat. Puccinia is heteroecious fungi, needs 2 types of host for their life cycle. One is wheat, primary host. Number 2, barberry, lateral or alternate or secondary host. Examples of Basidiomycetes. Very first one, bracket or shelf fungi, which is epixylic fungi. Fruiting body is like bracket, therefore they are called as bracket fungi. Puffballs. Fruiting body of puffball fungi is large and beautiful. Clavatia, obtained drug clavatin. It is anti-cancer medicine. Mushrooms. Delicious and edible mushrooms are Agaricus bisporus. Poisonous mushrooms, which are also called toadstools. Example: Amanita muscaria. Smut fungi. Example: Ustilago, causes loose smut of wheat. Smut fungi infects flowers and seeds. Agaricus, which is also called gill fungi. Bird nest fungi. Examples: Cyathus and Nidularia. Deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes, also called imperfect fungi or fungi imperfecti, because perfect stage or sexual reproduction is absent in this class of fungi. Those fungi are included in this class in which sexual reproduction is absent or is not discovered at yet. When the sexual forms of this class of fungi were discovered, they were moved into right class, either Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes form. From Deuteromycetes. Mycelium is septate and branched. Asexual reproduction takes place with the help of conidia. Some are saprophytic, some are parasitic, but many are decomposers of litter and helps in mineral cycling. Example: trichoderma. The fungi included in this class causes many diseases. For example, Alternaria solani causes early blight of potato. Cerospora parsenota causes ticca diseases of groundnut. Colletotrichum falcatum causes red rot of sugarcane. Helminthosporium varizae causes leaf spot of rice or famine of Bengal, which is observed in 1945. Trichophyton and Microsporium produces ringworms in humans. Example, eczema and itching. Trichophyton interdigitalia and Tinea pedis causes athlete foot disease in human. It is also called ringworm of foot.
Examples for flagellated protozoans: trypanosoma, which causes sleeping sickness. Ciliated
Locomotory
protozoans,
structures are
example